Yo, his bass is a lot. Hey,
Hey.
hey.
Oh, you guys got new equipment.
Hey. Good morning, ignorant millennials. Welcome to the show. I'm not alone.
Welcome, Millennials. Welcome to our latest and freshest episode. I'm Bafana.
Oh, I'm Lesedi.
Yes. And this is Kat.
This is me, Kat. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by our beautiful guest today.
Yes, please don't forget, please like, subscribe, and if you haven't watched any of our shows before, go back and watch all of them and come back and like all of them as well. Today we are joined back. Welcome back to our show, Lesedi.
Thank you. Good to be back.
And if you don't know who Lesedi is yet, we recorded a show with her earlier about women in corporate as well. So please go check that out as well and get a feel of who she is, and then come back. And because today we are talking girl code.
Yeah. Does it exist?
Yes, it exists.
Yes.
Nice.
So I mean,
it's like bro code.
What do you mean by bro code? I watched a broke episode. Can I just say,
Yes.
you ain't shit.
yeah. Hashtag. And we live with him, so it's like.
I was disturbed, hey? I was like disturbed on your behalf.
Yeah. So,
Sure.
Anyway, it does exist. It does
What
exist.
is it, girl code?
So, girl code is just like it can go from you walking with your girl to the bathroom at the club because you never know what happens.
I've seen that actually.
To, I wouldn't call it snitching, but letting your girl know
Yo,
when
man.
you is in a club hitting on people that he shouldn't be hitting on.
Okay.
You know, so it ranges from
That's
that.
snitching.
It's not snitching. It's not snitching.
So it's like
a FYI.
Yeah.
It's a FYI.
Yes.
So there's a genuine type of like responsibility. It's like, hey, I saw him. He was doing this.
Yeah,
just so you know.
Exactly. Then the burden is on.
Yeah.
You know, because if you see, I mean, it sort of happened to me indirectly.
Yeah.
And then I just call my girl. I'm like, yo.
Oh.
Yo, nyako.
But then, like, don't girls get like upset or be like, oh no, stay in your own lane? Or does it never get like catty when you like do those type of?
I mean, not with my friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just in general.
And it doesn't happen often.
Okay.
You know, it's just like this happened,
Okay.
and then you
then
can handle.
What about
that.
the boyfriends? Don't they get like mad?
What happens afterwards is none of
It's
my
none of their
business.
business.
No, it's not my business. Like, what am I supposed to do? Be there when they confront each other? No.
So I mean, like, you know, like with our bro code episode, we talked about like a lot of principles and like guides, and like there are certain things that like very specifically in situations that this is how most guys would go about it. Like someone touched on, if someone was dating like their sister or cousin or whatever, you would like ask permission, things like that. Are those type of principles and rules, do they exist within this girl code thing as well?
Well, not like how your guys exist, because obviously it's very rare that a girl would ask. Like, if I had a...
You don't ask at all?
No. Like, if somebody was hitting on my brother.
Yeah. You don't care.
And it was my friend.
Yeah.
It's never happened before, but I highly doubt they'd ask me for permission, and I wouldn't expect them to, because I'd imagine my brother would be the one to say, I think I like your friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's never happened the other way. Yeah. But for me, it's like...
Is this whatever?
Yeah, it is whatever, yeah.
So there's no like awkwardness, like if your friend, I mean, I would think it's weird, like if one of my friends was like, yo man, your sister man, like, or rather I find out that they've been together. I'm like, dude, at least like tell me, or rather like make me aware that you are interested, or say, that's my sister, like, it's not weird like that with girls.
Well, not with me. Yeah, not with me personally, but also like my brothers are quite older. So the only time it's ever happened was when my brother liked my friend, and I said, stay away from my friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then with that, right?
But if she liked him too, then I would have said, okay, fine. But the feeling wasn't mutual.
What about exes?
What about exes?
Like off limits.
How
It
do you
depends
guys-
which ex, guys. You know your exes. You know
So
your
some
exes.
exes get-
Some exes are completely
Tell us the
off
difference.
limits.
Tell us the difference.
So the difference is like you'll know, like if your friend, guys, you'll
Tell
know.
us. Tell us.
There's
What is
like,
the difference?
like when they're like borderline about to get married, like you don't touch that.
I needs to get that deep.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yeah, when you know, like obviously you know your friend is like.
How do you
really
know
into
they were
this
borderline getting married if the
It's your
other guy?
friend. It's a friend. Like you know, like you'll know. I mean, obviously you guys know that there's exes, so you're just like, if this nigga hollers at this girl, I will kill a bitch.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the same with girls as well.
Okay.
Like, I know there are friends like completely off limits.
Okay.
Like, even if, God forbid, it's a soulmate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, and I raise this because in the whole, okay, there's a guy that maybe you were with, right? Maybe it wasn't like I was about to get married, but like it was a 2-year relationship. You were happy, and like things ended, and this was maybe 5 years ago, right? Would you like the friend to be like, hey, so and so and I have been talking, and like we really like each other?
If I'm close to the girl, like if I'm not, then
it's whatever.
Yeah, so like you've got your circle of friends. If my circle of friends start like liking my ex or whatever, then give me a heads up.
Just the heads up.
Just a heads up, just because I'm not gonna, But if it was a fiance,
stay away.
Stay away.
Okay.
And like
But would you be okay with that though, even if they do bring it up? Like, would you be okay with that?
I would be like, what can I do? Like, it's matters of the heart. What must I do? Stand in the way for it?
Yeah.
So
unless it's my fiance.
If one of your girls dates one of your exes and there's an event or whatever, and they bring that person, they come together as a couple. Is that fine?
Like, what must I do? Like, I'm not in the relationship anymore.
No. Is that fine? It's not what you must do. Is it fine? It will be fine.
It will be fine.
So it's not fine.
Again,
it will be fine.
But again, it really just depends on like who the ex is, because really, if it's someone you were deeply in love with, and you can like, obviously it's gonna be difficult. And now, don't rub it in my face all the time. But it was just like, it happened. Like whatever.
Yeah.
Then.
What about like being friends with like one of your friends' boyfriends?
Yeah.
Like, is that as girls, are you like, no, my man is my man, stay away?
Yeah.
Like, how do you guys
Okay,
go
wait.
about it?
Say that question again.
So one of your friends has a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Like, are there rules within girl code where it's like, just make sure that you are never like too close with my boyfriend if you are my friend?
Yeah.
Like specifically.
Just don't be. Because you must remember that you're my friend first.
Yeah. So then what do you do? Do you tell them, guys, don't be close, or like don't
I'm
be
not
cool?
the perfect example because I'm very chilled. But like I got burnt and I learned from that sort of thing.
What happened?
They were too close.
Oh, you mean on the other side?
On the other side, yeah.
Okay.
So they were friends, and then I was
before you, or as a result of you?
Both.
Because that's another thing that makes things weird.
As a result of me.
No, I'm saying like, did they meet each other through you, or were they always like?
No,
friends?
we all met each other at the same time.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Yeah.
And then the closeness was just uncomfortable for you.
Well, after the fact.
Okay. So, but then as a general rule, it's just
rule, stay away.
Yeah. Because I know, like, I mean, there was a time when, right, let's say I'm dating somebody, right?
Yes.
And I'm not like close with, but they're one of her friends, right?
Yeah.
I know the person as well, but outside of this relationship, right?
And you guys were friends before you guys started the relationship.
Right. But then now we start dating, right? Then let's say maybe we want to do something, be it like a project or like there's a plan for an event or anything like that.
Yeah.
I then got the feeling like there's almost like a permission required to like, am I able or can I talk to your man or like anything like that? Is that a thing amongst girls?
It is a thing. It is unwritten rule. Like it's just
and that's what we want to know.
It's
like
an unwritten rule. It's
yes.
just like if you know the girl. Like for instance, if I'm dating you and I don't know, a friend of mine wants to do something with you, you must just say, yo, I'm going to be chilling with. Well, first of all, I should hear it from you first before I even hear it from her. But it needs to be an FYI again.
Yeah.
You know, because then the problem is that when you keep quiet, then you find out it's like, okay, like why did you keep quiet about it?
And if the friend is the one initiating, she must clear it with you first.
She must clear it with me first.
Why does it seem like?
She must clear it with me
like
first.
girls are like, you know, when you travel to a different country, it's like customs. You have to notify them where you're going, your reasons for where you're going.
But think about it. If your boy wanted to do something with your girl, they have to ask for your permission first. Like, I don't know, not permission, but just like, you know, I'm thinking of doing this. Do you think your girlfriend can help me?
Yeah.
It's not a permission thing. It's just
Courtesy,
yeah, it's a courtesy thing.
Cute cat. What's your take, man?
I don't think it's.
But you also heard.
So I think it also.
Yeah,
It also.
Millennials.
It further brings into conversation the whole thing of a visa. Now, what she's saying, it seems like girls are playing like customs. So now I understand why they say I need to apply for a visa and all that shit.
It's not a time for a visa. It's just letting you know that I'm going to be out of the country.
But then are there times when girls overstep and it just becomes awkward for your friendship? Like when it comes to that. And how do you, have you had an experience with that? And how do you go about it? How do you go about it? Cut them up. Just like that.
Just like I did.
But what's overstepping?
What's overstepping is as soon as you feel that you can't come to your friend about whatever, maybe what the boyfriend is doing, what you guys are doing together, then there's something there. As soon as there's a secrecy or there's a, or you feel awkward when now the both of them are together, and you if you feel she's the girlfriend, but I feel then there's something there. If it doesn't make sense what I've said.
No, it makes sense. So another thing I'm particularly interested in, because this happens if your friend man flirts with you.
Friend man.
Your friend's man.
Yes.
Yeah. Your girlfriend. Right?
What?
Your friend, right? The girl who's your friend, right?
Yeah.
Let's say her name is.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Let's Lebrang, right?
Yeah.
Lebrang's boyfriend flirts with you.
Yeah.
What must happen? Must you tell her?
I tell Lebrang.
Immediately.
I tell Lebrang.
You're a good friend.
I tell Lebrang.
You're a great friend.
Niggas ain't shit.
It's all about reporting. Eh?
Yeah, you must because literally again it happened to me and I called her up. I'm like, Mona, this person called me last night. I ate a solo. And said this and this and this and this.
Okay, so it's another thing, right?
So, but flirting is
no, because obviously
it depends on the person.
Here's my thing, right?
I could for
if
you,
you're friendly,
I could say listen, you're looking nice.
So even before, but that's fine. But then now if you're gonna be like, oh, you look nice, imagine what. Now it's whoa, dude.
There's the line.
What are you saying?
Crossed
So I always say, I'm like, what are you saying? What do you want from me? And then I'll ask, where is my friend?
Okay.
Or something, because it happened with the person called me, and they pretended as if Then I was like, do you know who you're talking to? I'm like, where is my friend? What are you saying?
Behaving like
so
that.
have you ever found yourself in a situation where, let's just say one of your friends, crushes, right?
Yeah.
Because even remember with bro code, there was also that thing of you can't go after somebody's crush and whatever. So what happens if your friend's crush, right? He's hating on you. It's a crush, so you can't go and report. You're gonna report crushes.
You report.
Or it's a games evening. When you have games evening, right?
Yeah.
Then we're playing all these silly games.
But you need to report the crush. Man.
Yeah, no.
You can't just say nothing.
No, okay. Let's say because it happens even with guys, whatever. We're playing. You could be playing this truth and dares or whatever these games and whatever. You're there. Your friend is there. Her crush is there, and do you guys agree, guys, whenever we play these games, whatever you do,
the girls play dibs.
Make sure that
you make it happen.
You make it happen.
I think it's an automatic dibs.
Or if I dare you now to kiss that guy, you're gonna decline.
Yes.
You're gonna decline.
Yes.
So you guys also do the dibs thing?
Yeah, as soon as I say,
you're going to a group setting.
Group setting, yo, Bona, I'm
that's one. That one is mine.
Bona, then
off limits.
Off limits.
No matter what.
And then if this girl goes for cat, then she ain't shit.
Just gets Okay,
exactly.
So we've talked about girl code now in the context of friends, right?
Yes.
So what are just amongst girls in general, in the sense that here's an example of something that happens all the time. Male and female friendships, right?
Yeah,
so you are dating and your partner has a really close female friend.
Yeah.
So girl code in the context of you and this girl, right? Are they norms or are they principles? Because another one is the whole thing of, if I'm the girlfriend, I don't sit in the back seat.
Yes.
If you are sitting there, you get out of the car and go to the back.
Yes.
So what are the typical, say, girl code principles in those type of settings? So I know some people need to step back. How does it work?
Raise your palm from the passenger and move to the back.
Yeah.
Yes. But and I think it's automatic. It should happen instinctively.
Yes.
And if it doesn't, then there's something wrong between there. Either either the guy, my boyfriend at the time, I'm assuming, thinks they're just friends and this girl is now into this, you know.
Okay.
But a girl will pick it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys, I don't know, they don't really see it. But vice versa. Like if I had a guy friend and the guy was like, you know, you'd probably pick it up.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's like unwritten rules, but I think it's like human courtesy. Like if you have to like lay it down on paper, then there's something wrong there, you know, because then you'll see it. Like I had an experience where I had a friend who was just in the passenger seat, and I was like, I was fine with it. But then in retrospect, I'm like, what the hell? Because everybody else, when I was there, they'd move out the seat, you know.
That's
Needless to say, we're not friends anymore, but you understand, so.
Then how do women, and maybe it's not even a gender thing, so in terms of conflict resolution amongst your friends, amongst females in general, how is conflict normally like resolved? Is like that a process you think? Because we're talking about the snipping out thing, right?
Personally,
so how do you resolve it?
Before I cut you off, or you know, I first gauge, okay, how are we gonna like let me understand your perspective or whatever, right? So I don't have a problem with like confronting people, especially where I'm concerned, you know. So I'll confront them, and then how good like then I see what kind of person I'm dealing with, and it's the kind of person I'm just like, is it the kind of person I want in my life? Then if not, I don't just go around cutting people because they make mistakes. We're human. But like if I hear that you have no remorse, or you feel like you're not in the wrong and you're justifying, then.
So let's say as you speak, a couple of things come to my mind. So you're a girl, so it seems like you all have girl code, and you're all aware niggas have bro code, right? So then, can I ask why then, if you girls are aware of this, right? Let's say, so me and Bafana are friends, right?
Yeah.
So you and Bafana date, right? You break up, right? Then I go and try hit on you and want to date you, and you. Why do you date me knowing that there's bro code la and you also have girl code? Why do girls do that?
Why do girls do what?
Yes, why do they date? Why do they date their ex's friends?
Well, it's bro code. You guys must
it's
put
amongst
your bro
themselves.
code. It's amongst y'all. It's amongst you guys.
But isn't that hypocrisy?
What hypocrisy? Because no, it's not.
Oh,
how is it? How's it hypocrisy? Because it's between you guys. I'm not a bro.
Okay, how would you feel if your ex dated your friend?
I mean, what can I say? If they, I said this in the beginning. It depends which ex.
It
also depends what time. Like, let's say yes. You know, okay, fine. Like for me, it's like I'm not gonna stand in the way for love, right? Let's say this person was my fiance, and then in between you guys were like, you know, actually you are the one for me, right? And then we break up. Don't next month or next week start dating. Am I gonna 5 years or like at least until I'm like over it or
that's
or
hyperbole, right?
But again, a true friend or somebody that's like got reasonable logic would come to you and say, listen, like friend, this is the situation. Because really, sometimes you can't control what the heart wants. And it's just like, if you guys are both reasonable people, then it's like, you know what, friend, I'm not going to stand in the way for your life.
Listen,
but like, again, heads up.
Listen, you're a church girl, and
what?
Pre-prod,
Am I?
well, you sound like you're God-fearing. Pre-prod, you talked about something, you talked about spirituality and a bit on religion. So who are you loyal to at this moment? Would you say you're more loyal to yourself than you are loyal to other people? You're more loyal to other people than you are to yourself?
I'm loyal to myself first.
You have to be loyal to yourself.
You have to be loyal to yourself first.
Are you saying there are people who are not
so
loyal
that,
to
that's
themselves?
why for me, I don't believe. So
I
if I'm loyal to myself,
you can be loyal to yourself, but like there's a way to do it. Oh, sorry. There's a way to do it because when a cat.
No, I'm being loyal to my feelings and what I want. I'm being loyal to myself.
Be reasonable.
I'm obeying my like.
But be reasonable for your friend's sake, like because it doesn't mean being loyal. You're not empathetic.
Yes.
Because the same way you can care about your family, there's an ability of you to care for others outside of just your own principles.
Like, it's that thing where like, it's an ex, boy, I'm cool. Like, if I go and ask, niggas, if you go, like with girls, if you go ask your girlfriend if you can date their ex or whatever, did they respond that you guys like, it's okay? Or do they say no? What is the typical response? Because with niggas is like, it's okay, boy. They like, we act tough, like, it's okay.
And then that's your problem. Then be loyal to yourself.
So with girls, they'll be honest about how they feel.
I mean, reasonable people
Reasonable
will be
people.
reasonable, will give you like reasonable
So there's still
answers.
there's still bad apples.
So
it's not like it's a girl
because
thing.
there are some girls that are spiteful
Yeah.
that will say, no, that's
Yes.
my man, but it's like, no, actually it's not your man anymore.
Okay.
So, but
And there are some
Yeah.
that will, like, okay,
Yeah.
no, like,
Yeah.
thank you for the heads up.
yeah.
You're
So
good
then,
to go.
because Catch touched on it now. So some of the comments that we've received is that, there were things that you guys said, and there should be like a girl perspective. Now that we've covered like a lot now,
Mm-hmm.
is there anything now that you do recall from that show that you want to just be able to, from a female perspective, share, or we have covered everything?
I feel like you have, except
We
Kat,
have.
who hurt you? Like, who hurt you?
Nobody hurt
Like,
me.
Kat, who hurt
Like
you?
the thing that I keep on stressing.
Is it
guys,
someone hurt?
I'm
It
loyal-
comes
Like,
from
it
somewhere.
comes
I'm
from the
loyal.
iota.
I'm loyal to myself.
But you need to be,
right?
like, sympathetic.
How can you love somebody if you even in anything you can? They always say you must love. Sorry if I'm just being blasphemous here. They say love your neighbor as you love yourself. So I
As,
must
yeah.
So I must know how to love myself, and loving myself means taking care of me and putting me first and whatever, right?
But it's also like,
Are you applying that to your neighbor?
Huh?
are you
Is it-
applying that to your neighbor? Also?
No, so I wouldn't be. It's an ex. I don't. So
You
so
just said as you
So
love
this is how
yourself.
this is like how it closed from my side. It's basically so. There is, who was it? The late Nipsey Hussle. He put it nicely. He said, "You don't own people, you experience them." So that experience happened. So. An ex is an ex. So even with me, if somebody goes an ex, I don't own that person.
Yeah, but it's not about
experienced it.
owning.
It
It's not
happened.
about owning. It's just about common courtesy. It's not about owning. Like, that's what I've been saying. I've been stressing it the whole episode.
Yeah.
It's not about owning, but it's just like being human. You know what I mean?
Guys, listen. I'm glad we touched on girl code, because I think a lot of the times.
Oh, I did have one question.
Yeah, you did have
But
one question.
finish, yeah.
The whole point of this show was because we can easily talk about bro code. Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And we just wanted that perspective of a girl code. You
But
said
there's like- there's more, but there was like more.
There's a whole lot more. You do one last question.
I do have one last question. And
Yeah.
I mean, you touched on it, but I thought you were going
Yeah.
to get into it, but you didn't.
Please do.
Like, having opposite sexes as friends,
Yes,
best friends.
That's what. Yeah.
Like, would you guys then prefer, like, let's say
Yeah.
we're dating, right? And I have like a guy best friend.
Yes.
Do you want to know about them from the onset, or like you'll just find out in between there?
Or like me personally.
Yeah. Well,
So
as
I
a
think-
guy,
No,
so
yeah.
I
even you
think
can't.
Yeah?
the thing is the honestly, because we're adults and let's be practical about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a male best friend, it's obvious to me that I would already know of them by virtue of, by the time we get to date, I will know the significant people in your life.
Yeah.
And now I think guys and girls, I think when your friend that you're close with gets into a new relationship,
Then you step back.
you cannot assume or expect that relation to remain the exact same.
Yeah.
And by that I'm saying, don't stop being best friends.
Yeah.
But there's a place in which the intimacy that's reserved for a relationship that even if you once played in before, you have to take a step back and allow these people to date. Like, you cannot still enforce your place into someone else's life that is
Yeah.
the role or capacity of their partner. And I think then sometimes the issue is, in my opinion, the friends don't want to step back because they feel so entitled.
Really?
And then the partners themselves,
Then
because the friends are important or
Yeah.
whatever, I don't think the issue can be that they're not handling that friendship in such a manner that it's respectful of the relationship.
Yeah.
And that's where the tension comes. To your
Okay.
point, if
Okay.
I have a female best friend
Yes.
and I'm going to pick up my girlfriend, I almost dictate to her, the best friend, how
Yeah.
she's meant to respect my relationship. If I tell her, listen, my girlfriend
Yeah.
sits in front always. Like,
Yeah.
just understand that.
yeah.
Right?
Okay. I got you.
And then from there, I manage that relationship. I don't know
Yeah.
how you guys see it.
No,
in
same.
closing.
Well, to answer you, because you also posed a question to me, it's very simple. So it's about knowing yourself, right? Self-affirmation. That's what I'm saying. If you know yourself and if you love yourself, you won't be intimidated by the best friend. And if you know yourself and you know your
But
value,
a lot of times it's not an
it's-
intimidation thing. It's like either the partner, let's say it's the boyfriend, they would be insecure, or if it's the opposite for you guys, then the girlfriend. But it's not like
So
a.
are you
it's
saying?
not like an
So
intimidation.
what I'm
but
saying.
it's like
No, I wouldn't be.
intimidation.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
You're
it's
intimidated by that
intimidation,
person. So if you know yourself and you know your self value, you're not intimidated by that. So then that's that. You know that
Okay.
person. If a person wants to cheat on you, they'll cheat on you. So that's my take on that. Ignorant Millennials.
Okay.
It's been a nice show. Sadly, we have to cut it here. Thank you very much,
Thank
Lesedi, for
you.
joining us.
Thank
Guys,
you guys.
yes, please share a lot more on Girl Code, what your thoughts are about it,
Yeah.
and like and subscribe. Thank you,
Yeah.
City.
Thank
Cheers,
you.
guys.
Cheers.